welcome back. Another 8A team that we're previewing, the Loyola Academy Ramblers, led by Coach John Holisek, a team that we just got to see for the second time. And both times we saw them, they were in a heck of a game.
Oh, yeah.
Mount Carmel, St. Rita, sprung the upset at St. Rita to get a three-way tie with Mount Carmel and St. Rita for the conference championship. And Loyola, certainly one of the favorites in 8A. And Mr. Seals picked to click all the way to Champaign to hoist the first place trophy. They get Young in the first round, then either Fremd or Evanston, and then Glenbard North, who we just previewed.
Yep.
And I like Glenbard North, but you like Loyola. What's going to be the difference in getting Loyola not only past Glenbard North, but past everybody to the title?
I really like Loyola. Number one, coached very well. They're in a very tough conference. And one of the things I like athletic quarterbacks, and I like teams that can throw the ball, which they have both. And Malcolm Weaver, their quarterback for the team, and they look really good. They're really poised. I'm not going to say they're the most talented team out there. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of other teams out there who got things going for them, but I really like the way they look as a team, as a unit. I think they're going to be also very successful in the in 8A. With the talent pool not being as heavy as 7A, and from them being there last year.
Yeah, they made a semifinal run.
Yep.
A year ago. I got to go into Glenbard North because of the pass defense. We talked about a Stevenson South Elgin game with a lot of passes. If we get a Loyola Stevens semifinal, it's gonna be a lot of passes tossed up in that football game too.
A 5-hour game.
Yeah, and so I think Loyola, my biggest problem with them offensively is they don't take enough advantage of their running back.
I agree.
I like him. Addison Perry, he's a big guy, tackle breaker.
Pounded, yeah.
When they were up 11 on St. Rita, I was like, why aren't they handing it off to this guy? He can break a tackle, get you to first down, and
kill the clock.
Yeah, kill 4 or 5 minutes off this clock and make St. Rita call their timeouts and end this sucker. And they threw it, twice. One incompletion, so it stops the clock. The other time it ended up being a fumble. And so that is my biggest concern. Can they put a game away? Because you're a running back. If you were up 2 possessions in the fourth quarter,
that's my favorite time.
Oh, give me the rock, coach.
Oh, yeah.
I'll put this one on ice for you.
I'm trying to go get another 100 yards. That's what I'm thinking.
But
it's going to be that's one of the things that's going to be tough with Loyola, because they have a great passing attack and they do get up on teams, but you have to be able to finish the game and put them away. And that's one thing when we watch them playing against St. Rita, looking at being on the sideline and not in the coach's circle and not knowing exactly what's going on, but just looking at from football, from a general fan, I was a little surprised that they weren't running it at the end of the game. They were up by over 2 possessions.
Yeah, it was 24-13. And they had the ball with about maybe 7-8 minutes left.
Yeah, so they had the ball, and I really, I like the running back that they have. I personally thought that they should have just pounded the ball, unless there's some other issues going on. But if they can, now this is the thing with them, if they, can, make it more 60-40 and they, go a little bit more to the run, dangerous team, because
I agree with you there. If they can incorporate the run more, because St. Rita shut them out in the second half because they realized
they're like, hey, they're just passing.
Yeah.
And so if we stop their pass, the game's over. So if they can figure that out, or they can manipulate their their play calling so they can do a little bit of both, that is a team to watch out for. That's a team to watch out for.
Because I think any of the other big teams in 8A, your Glenbard Norths, your Stevenson, your Marist, your Mount Carmel, they're all good enough on the defensive side, especially Glenbard North, who we talked about, other defenses carried them, that if you don't threaten with the run, they're just going to say, okay, drop everyone back, pass rush, go get Malcolm Weaver.
And when you have the 6A, 7A, and 8A class, most of the teams that are the state champions, they're doing a little bit of both.
Yep, balance.
When you're 5A, when you're 5A and below, you can really, and a lot of them just run it all day.
Yep.
But when you start getting to the upper classes, you got to be able to do a little bit of both.
Yeah, because when you think of the pass game, the first team that comes to mind is Wheaton South. But still got Matt Rogers running around back there, putting up 100-yard games almost every week. So, he's a guy you talked about. You were always like, let's get 100 yards in the fourth quarter. seems like that's what Rodgers does a lot because they're just saying, okay, here you go, put it on ice, Matt Rodgers.
And 100 yards in the fourth quarter, in the first quarter, it doesn't matter to a running back. We just want to run the ball. So he's probably that's the best time.
Yeah, I agree. I think Loyola is definitely a threat to win the state title if they can find that balance and get teams off the pass game. Just have that threat. I mean,
just have them thinking about you running the ball.
Yeah, I mean, I might come out, obviously first round Loyola should cruise, but as they got deeper, if it comes to them playing Glenbard North in the quarters, I'd come out and run the ball every play on the first series, and then make sure to get at least one run in on every series, just so they can't take a couple extra steps back and start that pass rush. At least, or if you're going to chuck it all day, once they really start that pass rush, set up that draw.
Yeah.
You have to kill them with a run at some point to keep it in the back of their mind that at any point they could gash us with a big run. And so, again, we both agree Loyola's a dangerous team. Eric's got them going all the way. I think for them to do that, they definitely have to establish the run a little more. And I think they've got the talent in the backfield to do it. It's just a matter of breaking their habit a little bit. They're so keyed into the passing game that it's probably hard to break their habit at this point because it's been successful for them. Obviously, with an 8-1 regular season and upset win at St. Rita. But Loyola, definitely a team to look out for in 8A. So, as we move on here, that was the Loyola playoff preview, coming back with Team 19. Getting towards the end.
Close.
Here at IllinoisPrep.com. Next time, Team 19 of our playoff preview.
Tilt your head back and close your eyes.